Hello, welcome to We Have Issues. I'm Anthony,
And I am Stevie Wildcard.
and every week my best friend Stevie Wildcard and I get together and we do our best to try to show everyone that the world has issues. Not the whole world, just us. We have issues, Steven. We have like
Hmm.
serious problems as humans. We're not great at this whole adulting thing, dude. It turns out it's hard to juggle. I've never been a juggler. Maybe I should have learned. Maybe I should go on YouTube and learn.
Well, we're all as good as D'Angelo from The Office, but not all of us are as good as, a real juggler. So,
It's true, dude. Yeah, it's, we can all.
all right, stay very still.
Dude,
Don't
so
move.
but Steve and I have been trying to make comic books together since basically high school. It hasn't gone perfectly. We've had some peaks and valleys, as it were. We try to be as open and honest, just as transparent as we possibly can with the whole process here, so people can see what it looks like when people publish books. Sometimes it's not something; it doesn't just happen in a vacuum. Like people don't just like disappear and go, haha. It's like I wish we could be Clark Kent. I wish I could just be like disappear into a room for like half a second, come back out with a beautiful comic book, and be like, look at it, it's flying through it in the air, with the greatest of ease.
That'd be the best.
It's just unfortunately not the reality that we live in. But the reality we live in is a place in which it takes a lot. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. It can be stressful as heck. And right now, Steven, I have felt so stressed out lately with like the new job and like, school just started. My son's school starts an hour later than it usually does, which means like
Yep.
now
And
I'm
parent
running.
pickup is so, yeah.
Parent drop off has been a nightmare because it's an hour later and they also don't let people drop your kids off before a certain time, and it's just it's hectic, and it's been so hard to get to work on time and to actually like make it through the world. I almost got a car accident this week. Like it was
Oh
really
man.
Steven, I had one of those moments. You know those moments where like you're braking as much as you can possibly brake to the
And your
point where
car's like,
like
this is all I got.
that's all I got. That's all I got. I did the thing where so what happened was someone cut in front of me. I was about to turn onto college, and someone cut in front of me and just stopped completely.
Oh my God.
Just stopped.
I hate
I
when
was
people
like,
do that.
Steven, I slammed my brake. I slammed my brake, and I literally was going, no, 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 no. Like, I really was.
No,
I was
please.
just going, no, 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 no. I really didn't want to. I knew I wasn't going to die, because I was far enough away to brake, but I was skidding toward them slowly, like unable to do anything about it. Thankfully, I came to a stop within like, just like
Inches.
just inches, just so close. And I just did the like natural, like, what the F? Like, what are you
What,
doing?
what were you thinking?
The car in that car that I watched with my own eyeballs cut me off and stopped suddenly, did this move, like pointed to the people in front of them. And I was like, I watched this. Like, where did you think I was looking? You're like I'm doing my taxes, and I'm like, oh no, I don't know what happened. Give me a rundown. I wasn't paying
Like, it
attention.
was them.
It was definitely not me.
Even if the person in front of him started short, or
Yeah.
them started short, or stopped short, he had no business cutting you off. And then,
No, it was so silly, and it was so obviously that person's fault. Anyway, Stephen, so it's just been like thing after thing this week where I felt it. I've been feeling the weight of everything kind of crashing around me. Where I'm like, okay, okay,
Mhm.
I can't spin these plates for much longer. I need to just set them down and do something else right now that makes me feel
Mhm.
like I'm not a plate spinner. Like I'm feeling like the butter server in Rick and Morty, or it's like, oh
What
yeah.
is my purpose?
Yeah, and like I'm starting like that's how I start to feel in these situations where I'm like, I don't remember signing up for just plate spinning, and I'm just over here like I'm doing okay, but I don't love this.
Mhm.
And that's how I've been feeling. So I know you've been going crazy today. So like, what's your day been like?
Just this week in general has just been trying to wrap Bloodlust before tomorrow, basically, and it looks like we're gonna make it. Once I'm once I get off the podcast now, I'll go back and finish those 2 pages. In fact, if you want, I'll just go ahead and upload the ones that are
Yeah,
done at the moment.
you should. I'll start so I can start like building it and
Yeah,
stuff.
and they're labeled as each page because that way you can prep for print or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll do the title page, and then I'll finish these last two that I'm doing. And I'll upload those two, and then that way you'll have it ready for print. And we're done. We're done with that until Chris says he needs something else for it. But at least we'll have everything that we thought we needed. So
I'm so
um
excited for this. But yeah, so how's it feel for you?
it feels good. It's like mind like because like I've just been
Yeah.
like doing as much as I can while working and everything. So, but if it is finally done, I can finally go back to Deathless after this is like for sure good to print, and then that feels good in and of itself.
Yeah.
Deathless is less stressful. So,
Okay, so I just want to say if you're watching us for the first time, Steve and I have been best friends for a million years, and usually we use this show as an opportunity to kind of keep ourselves accountable and talk through our various projects as we're going through them, so people can see the whole process and all of that. And it's normally something that we work on, that's like a passion project. It's a personal thing that we're working toward, and I feel like people want to see those projects more than any other project, or just, of course, things
mhm,
that sound cool. I get it. It's like, who doesn't want to see, the end, who doesn't want to see Endgame? It's like that's not
mhm.
anyone's personal life, but it's very important to the people making it still. But that being said, we've recently been working on this side project that we were hired to do, and it's still a project that we've thrown a bit of ourselves into, and we're trying really hard to make as great and entertaining and personal as possible. But it's also one of those books. It's essentially a sort of NFT. Like it's a book that kind of is going to exist in a vacuum. Like it only has a very limited print run, and only some people are going to have access to it, and all this stuff. So I feel like it's not as exciting for the viewers to learn about that stuff, because they're like,
Yeah.
well, that's not for me. So meh. And I get that, so I'm like, crap. And I kind of feel like that's what happened, or like that, last, I think this happened to us last time we were like working like in in the depths of Bloodlust 1, where it's like, people aren't as excited for this as they are for our other books.
And well, Bloodlust one for me, like once again, awesome. It was fun to do and all that, but the pressure to finish Bloodlust one kind of dropped right when I was on like the last like 5 pages of issue 3 of Deathless.
Yeah,
But
me
I
too.
literally had to completely set Deathless aside as opposed to working on both in tandem. And that's the only thing I didn't care for about issue 1 of Bloodlust is because instead of working on both projects, which is basically what happened this time too, but I was so much further along in Deathless 3 that it felt like, oh, Deathless 3 is like right there. And it's like, but I have to backburner it. There's nothing I can do about it. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I do. Some of the stuff I'm liking about Bloodlust though is like the just fun stuff to draw and mythos to create with like the sirens being vampires and things like that. So it is fun. It's
Yeah.
just I think the stress level for me, as much as like Cass and Winnie, Hazel, Romero, they're all like our characters.
Yeah.
They still feel like they're owned by more people too. So there's like more pressure in my head to get them to look a certain way. Whereas with Deathless, they're like our characters directly, and I know like I can completely draw it in my art style and
Yeah.
completely just it's just it's more of an expression of me. That Bloodlust is like my style, but I try to like bring a little bit more Western comic to it, like a little bit
Nice.
more, you know,
Yeah. Oh
it's
no.
not quite. It's not. I'm sure you can see the art style differences between Bloodlust and
Yeah.
Deathless. Even if it's subtle, there is
And
differences. You know.
it's funny because like those it's so odd because we do those sort of things to kind of accommodate for the tastes of other people.
Hmm.
And those are never the things that we prefer or find the soul in art, or
Hmm.
like, whatever, in stories. And it's so funny how that works. And I kind of feel like we're both going through the same thing with Bloodlust, where we're like, I'm excited to get through this so we can work on our thing again. And I
Hmm.
just like,
Well, it's even like something as simple as like noses. Like the way my stylized nose is like I do like a quick triangle,
yeah,
a half circle above the triangle, and then two little small circles, and it creates this cute little like
yeah,
cartoonish but like stylized nose. But I can't do those noses for Bloodlust, you know what I'm saying? Just
yeah.
like even like ears, noses, eyes, the way I draw them myself when I draw my own characters, it's just different. It's not the same, you know? So,
Yeah, and just like making those weird little compromises, it just like it feels like, oh, this won't affect me, but then it just slowly whittles at your soul somehow.
hmm.
And like, man, I've been struggling with all of it lately. Like I like Bloodlust for what it is, and I enjoy the fact that we're getting paid to make a vampire
Hmm.
comic book. That's really neat. Like I never expected someone to come out and be like, "Hey, you guys should make a vampire comic." Like that's just like they're gonna pay us money to do
Yeah.
that. Okay.
It's such an awesome. situation. The way that all bloomed too was like the original writer being like, I saw that script, I showed you that
Yeah.
script,
Oh,
and then me being like, Anthony's got this so much more, and I don't have to draw the stuff that they're saying.
yes.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not
So,
drawing graphic porn, you know. And I even told
yeah.
Chris that
So
from the get.
essentially, if you're joining us for the first time, we were hired by like an NSFW company basically to make an erotic like adventure vampire book. And their original writer had written the script that just had the most clinical, like just vulgar sort of stuff in it. And of course,
Nothing wrong with the script per se, just definitely like not something I think would be necessary. Like at least my taste in what I think comics should have, and
no, and
I'm sure there's a market
yes,
for
the market
graphic.
for everything, of course,
You
dude.
know,
I see things.
I mean, Rule 34 exists for a reason, right? Is it Rule 34? Yeah.
I've seen things. Oh, oh, my eyes have lost soul recently. No, but no, but like there's nothing wrong with it, but it's also not something that's necessary for what they're doing or something that will elevate a story that the kind of story that they were looking for. They was basically just
Mhm.
like putting a hat in a hat. They're like, oh, well, like since we're not great at telling this adventure part, what if we just did extra vulva or whatever it may be, you
Mhm.
know? And it was just like, you don't need this. You can just have like this can be a spice in the overall recipe of this story. You don't have to make it like try to make it its own dish. Like you know, it's
Mhm.
essentially like when you go to eat at someone's house, but everything tastes like garlic, and you're like, I love garlic, but like, why'd you have to put so much on literally everything?
Yeah, you
You
put
know,
garlic
like,
on the ice cream, which I'm sure
yeah,
some
like
people love, but
yeah, I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, but really when you're making, you know, a certain dish, you want to make sure that it has the right balance and ratios of the various spices and such. And sometimes things can be overbearing and it's unnecessary, maybe like less is more. Okay, but it's like, you know,
yes.
sometimes less is more, you know?
Hmm.
And that's just all it is, you know. So like what we did is we wrote a story and created characters and wrote a story and developed this world and then allowed through that the natural finding of those other elements that would
Hmm.
benefit
Yeah,
the
because for example, a vampiric race of sirens wouldn't wear clothing, so of course
exactly
they would be naked. You know what I'm saying? Of course they'd be topless and fish
yeah
scaled and
so
all
so
that. Like that just makes sense, you know? So
yeah
it's more with the with in line, you know? And then anytime where nudity's kind of shown up, it's been in natural environments. It's been like when Cass and Moira were kind of hooking up in the first issue, and then like issue two where they're like kind of sunbathing. Like these are all moments that, it's there and it makes sense, you know?
Yeah, and it all works within the story and it doesn't feel forced and it's not excessive in a way that like would make someone who does want to read the story feel like alienated in any way. You're not gonna be like,
Hmm.
ooh, like why is that? You know, because of course, if that's all you're looking for, I think you should look elsewhere because it's a book that includes that, but is more about
Hmm.
a story. And that's what we were trying to do. Anyway, that's what we were hired to do, and it's been fun. But also, we did have to pause the book that we've been working really hard on, and we only have basically an issue and a half left to go before we have a full graphic novel.
Graphic novel. One thing too that I'm kind of hoping is maybe for like the people that do listen to our podcast and things like that is once maybe Bloodlust has fulfilled a certain so many pages, maybe Chris will let us do like a graphic novel print run of it on our
That would be
own
cool. I
because it wouldn't impact the single issue sales at all, you know what I'm saying? And it would collected issues like we've talked about this before.
Yeah,
Collected issues like that they don't pull value from single limited runs, you know what I'm saying? So
exactly. No, if anything, it would boost
yeah,
the
because
value.
you get more people interested in the story, and then maybe they want to go buy those, you know. So
Yes. Yeah, I know you're exhausted and like, you know, ready to get to the end of this and ready to start the next thing, and I am as well. But I just want to say for everyone watching this week, thank you so much for joining us through all of this. I know it's been
thank you.
a bit of a weird time recently with all the new changes. But this is going to be the last week of our Bloodlust talk, essentially. I'm sure like little things will come up, but like we are about to embark on the next part of our journey through Deathless, so we're gonna finish this dang book. Um, I don't know how fast we could do it, but we're gonna try.
We're
Uh,
gonna try for show.
we're gonna try, and like my next thing that I get to work on that I'm super excited for is I get to start writing our next project because I've been dying to write something new, Stephen. I'm like that's what I like to do. And I've been sitting here like, what do I do with my life? I don't know. Like, who am I? What's going on? So I don't
Why
like
am
I
I
don't.
here? Where am I going? These are the things.
So I don't. So speaking of that, what are we going to definitely do next? Are we doing Sorceress next? Are we doing like after?
Well, I guess we should probably see where our spirits are because
Okay,
once Deathless 4 and 5 are out, I think.
that's
You know what
fair.
I'm saying?
I'm just trying because
I'm sure it will still be that, but who knows? You might have like some sort of idea that you think is even stronger.
yeah, you
Um,
know, dude. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to publish table scraps soon. I was thinking about October. So I probably wait until October, but I'm gonna publish that soon. I might put it up for pre-order in the next couple weeks,
that's
just to,
awesome.
to get that going. And then I just want to like I don't know, I want to like write something. I don't know what to write because like I've already finished all of Deathless, and I'm just like, what do I do? Like I don't, I finished it, So I'm like I want to, but if I write like the next comic that we're gonna make, I don't get to see that for another like 2 years. You
It's
know what I mean? So I'm
hopefully
just,
not that long, but I get what you're saying.
you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know how long it's gonna take. That's why I'm just like.
but I get what you're saying. Yeah, because I mean, it's still an issue and a half or so behind.
Yeah. So
An issue and
it's
3/4.
yeah, so but tonight is not the time to focus on like what we're doing next. It's just the time to take a breath and be like, we're freaking getting through this. We're almost there, Stephen. This is it. This is the night. We're putting this book to rest, right? We're putting the stake
Yes.
to the heart of this book.
As soon as I'm done recording here, I'm gonna go finish coloring, and then, like I said, like the moment I'm done recording here, I'm gonna upload those to the
Yes.
drive, and
I'll put
then
those. Okay.
I'll finish the last two, and then upload those also, and then I'll upload the title page,
Heck
and then
yeah.
you should be good to ready for print and send to Chris. So
Heck yeah, dude. Okay. Well, with that in mind, this week we're just gonna cut it short and we're just gonna like get out of here so we can get this stuff done so Steven doesn't have to, like suffer any longer. But next week we're going to do a deep like restart like reboot. We're gonna level up this freaking podcast. We're gonna start with a big ask us anything like Q&A situation. And I don't think next week, but like I think in the next couple of weeks we should do a live show. To like
I'm so down.
yeah, to like
It's
just
been
like
a minute.
it has been. It's been a while. So like it's been a while. So I think we should do a live show. So next week is our big like Q&A. Unless like we'll talk about it. I mean if we're both available next week, let me think. I would say we could do the live show next week and then just do a big Q&A live for
Oh,
everyone.
that too. I'll talk to Tina too, because I'm sure Tina would want to be a part.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll talk about this off. You let us know in the comments if you want us to do the live show next week. And maybe we'll have Carly and Tina and we'll make a big night of it. That would be fun. What do you think?
That
Is that a
sounds
good
good to
idea?
me. Yeah,
Let's
it
do that
does.
next week. Let's just do it. Let us
Let's
know.
do
Let us
it.
know if you're going to join us. You can definitely ask those questions here, and I'll try to keep track of everything. But make sure you ask us when we are live, so we can actually answer everything and not miss a single thing. But until then, Stephen, I know what you're doing tonight. What are you going to do this week otherwise?
I will work on Deathless, but I'm definitely gonna play some Donkey Kong. Because
Okay.
I got the new Switch, and
I'm
I
so
think I've
jealous.
played
I
an
can't wait.
hour. Yeah, so I want to play more of the new Donkey Kong.
You
So I
know, you
will probably
deserve it.
have
So yeah,
fun with that. Yeah, it's a
I was gonna
little
say like if
reward.
anything, we should just like take a week off. It's fine.
I
We're
might still jump back in the Deathless just to see where, at least kind of see, get my bearings and see where we were. I know we were further than I thought. I think we were like
yeah,
on page 6 or 7 or something like
yeah.
that. So, but yeah,
All right, dude.
Donkey Kong
I'm
Bonanza.
excited. I'm gonna finish obviously putting all the pages together once you send them to me, and then the rest of this week, I don't know what I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna work on whatever I can. I'm gonna figure it out. I'll probably start like looking toward doing the live show. Maybe I'll touch base with Sean, see if he's interested in helping out because he's really good at that stuff.
Man, I feel so bad because like I've just been so utterly consumed, but like I haven't like heard or talked to anyone in a while from Twitter. I've just been so I
I
feel
I've
not
been
only Twitter, but I mean like there are friends now. Like I've
I
met
know.
these people.
I've been the same way. That's why, like, I feel bad. I do a weekly bad movie night, and like, I almost never get to talk to people in the Discord. It's just like, oh wait, it's Thursday, and I go on there, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm so sorry. I love you guys, but like, dude, it's been so hard lately with like the new job, and it's just the job and school starting, and like the time difference now. where I'm
Mhm.
literally working right up until Atlas gets out of school, and then I'm like, oh, you have to do homework, and I'm trying to help you out, and I also have to edit this podcast, and I'm like, I have no time to do anything at the moment. So like, I'm
Mhm.
still juggling. I was going to ask you, obviously not next week, but at some point in the future, if you could record on like a Monday or something, or like
Oh, absolutely. Just let
yeah.
me know if you want. We can even switch it up altogether to like a weekend night or something like that
Yeah,
if you
because if
want.
I mean, just like if it could be like Monday, that would be perfect, honestly. Because like
Okay.
then I'd have Tuesday and Wednesday to edit, and like because n right now I get out of work at 3 o'clock. Like once we get out of here, I could try to edit, but then I'd have to go right to bed, and I don't get any time with Carly at all. So what I've been
Mhm.
doing is just like go hanging out with her and like going out, and then after work I edit, but it doesn't go up until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just like, I don't know.
Got you. Yeah, Mondays are fine. We'll switch to Mondays then.
Yeah, that would
Sounds
be
good to
awesome.
me.
Good. So next week we're gonna do a live show on Wednesday, and then after that we're gonna continue to release on Wednesday, but we're gonna record on friggin' Mondays to
Sounds good, brother.
Okay, okay, enough of the shop talk. We just want you to know that we freaking love all of you. We're so thankful for every single one of you, and just watching this ridiculous show that we do week after week. I'm sorry that we've been exhausted lately. It's probably not going to change. We're people who are struggling through life a little, but I will say we have a lot to be thankful for
We're
recently.
so
Like,
thankful for. Yeah, there's
and
so much, so many blessings for sure.
yeah, it really has been like it's been one of the best years of my life, even though it's been like stressful, like trying to like make sense of all this. It's mostly the money stuff. It's usually stressful, It's like the
Hmm.
reason I had to get this job, which is like the flicking the domino of the whole stress situation. The
The
stress,
balancing act.
yeah, dude. But I'm thankful for everything, though. I have like the best son in the world, the best friends in the world, the most wonderful fiance I could possibly have. It's
The
just like
coolest D&D campaign going.
dude, oh my God, the D&D campaign. I know we don't have time to talk about it this week. Maybe we'll talk about it soon, but like it's been so much fun doing the Fey World stuff with you guys.
Mhm.
Like
It is.
the amount of stuff, Steven, the amount of stuff that I've improvised. Like
Because of the fixations on random things that all of us like somehow like have, it's funny.
crazy. Like I never imagined like I've done so much work ahead of time where I'm like, okay, I know all these various quadrants, all these different like sects of people, all these different things, all these group, like all this magic, all this stuff, and then you're just like, oh yeah, but like, what's over here? And I'm like, oh, well, it's this group, but I don't think they're really that important. You're like, yeah, but what if we talk to them for like 3 hours? And I'm like, okay,
And
yeah.
what if they like enchanted our weapons and gave us new
I
abilities?
literally had to create so many. I don't have to. I could be a jerk, but I think it's fun. I was like really proud of myself for creating some of those magic items. I'm like, okay. I
It's
just created
awesome.
I created all this stuff, pretty sweet. But I invented a meat monster Pinocchio.
Yes,
I was like, this is what was all I had on the paper at the time was like, oh, this is the little shop, and there's a man named Geppetto that works there, and he makes keys and puppetry and various things. He's like a gadgeteer, like he's someone who builds cool little things, a tinkerer. Um, and I don't know why, but I was like, oh, wouldn't it be kind of cool if Pinocchio was like his Igor and he was like a meat and wooden creature, like a golem of some sort? And what he lied to make his nose grow and it was key shaped and he broke it off and gave it to you. What? Where did that go? Why? What's my brain? Like, what is
We all
happening?
thought he was disgusting and we
It was
wanted
so
no part
gross.
of him.
Yeah, you guys were like, I just delete my character. I delete everything. I rolled a one on life. I don't. No, thank you. Anyway, we'll talk about. We'll get into D&D later. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for being a part of this.
Mhm.
Thank you for supporting us and all the nonsense that we do. Steven, you want to say anything else before we go?
We love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in every week. We look forward to the live episode. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we really do. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you've never joined us for a live episode, Godspeed to all of us because it's usually a mess.
A
But
mess.
I like it. It's okay. No, it'll be fun. I can't wait. Like, make sure if you're watching this right now, get some questions ready for us. We love to answer questions about movies, comic books, monsters, cryptids, all sorts of things. We have a list of questions from Twitter that they wanted us to ask tonight, but honestly, Steven's doing too much and it's too important. We have to get it done tonight, so we're just gonna save that whole list for tomorrow or for we're gonna save that whole list for next week, and we're gonna answer them all live along with your questions. So, but until then, thank you so much. I'm Anthony,
And I'm Stevie Wildcard.
and we'll see you next time for the live show.
The most tired boom. Plotting. I have one more. I have shades to do on one. I just finished flatting it. The scene where they're diving at that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's like the big action scene. And then I have the underwater scene with Captain Romero, and then I'm done.
yeah.
I
Yes.
have to shade the fight scene, so that won't take long. Flatting takes longer than shading, and then since the other one's an underwater page, won't be as bad. So
Yeah, yeah. Thankfully, the last like few pages, you already did the. Did you do the final page already? You're working back.
yeah, that was
Okay,
the first page I did. Yeah, that
that's
was the
what I
first page
figured.
I colored. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Oh
that
man,
one was pretty crazy because it was like blood and guts and
yeah,
bodies and
heck, freaking yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
dude. I think I colored. Because we already had I think we had. Did we do five for the preview or
yeah.
six? I can't
No, it was
remember.
like five because then yeah, it was
Okay,
like
so
five,
and then
and
you
then
had two more flats.
yeah, it was like six, seven, yeah.
So
Oh,
then I flatted and shaded.
yeah, the
Yeah,
other half
a-
basically. That
all
was
in like yeah,
yeah.
so quick.
Oh, so awesome. I'm glad you got to take like a full day off and freaking do that.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I mean, that's not what I told them. I told them I was sick, so edit this part out. But
never. Listen, if you're watching this right now, give Steven a raise. What are you
well,
doing?